Now we have seen in the previous video what all experiments, that is the monohybrid cross, it was the experiment which was performed by Mendel between the tall and the dwarf plant. And in the cross between the tall and the dwarf plant, he observed that in the first generation, all the plants which were obtained were tall. This is, I'm not making the gametes over here, but all the plants which were formed were tall. And this actually came as a surprise because it was expected that the cross between the tall plants and the dwarf plants will result into the blending and Mendel was expecting them to be a medium heighted plant. But the tall plants presence actually disapproved the blending inheritance. That means there is no blending of the trait. Also, he observed that when these plants were selved, the plants were obtained in the F2 generation were in the ratio of 3 tall plants and 1 dwarf plant. So 3 tall plants were there and 1 dwarf plant. That was the ratio, phenotype ratio, which was observed. And this was all tall plants. This is F1 generation and this is, we are talking of F2 generation. So F2 generation has a phenotype ratio of 3:1. Now, on the basis of his observations, he propounded the first law of inheritance, that is law of dominance. Law of dominance states that when a cross is made between two individuals of a species differing in a pair of contrasting characters, the trait which appears in the dominant, in the F1 generation, is dominant over the trait which remains hidden or masked. So over here, one of the trait which is being expressed and other does not express itself. So it says that that trait is dominant over the other trait, the trait which is expressing itself. It also states that characters are controlled by discrete units called factors. So it was unexpected to obtain the tall plants. Since blending has not taken place, that means each of the characters are, that is tallness and dwarfness, the color of the flower, violet and white, all these are controlled by separate units which he called them as factors, and that these factors are always in pairs. The expression of a trait will happen only if the alleles of an allelic pair are present in a pair of two. So the factors have to be present in a pair. And in a dissimilar pair of factor, over here as we have seen, this is dissimilar pair of factor, one member of the pair, that is the tall, which is now known as the dominant, it dominates the other, and the other which remains the hidden or which is not able to express itself is known as the recessive trait. So this is what is law of dominance, and it is able to express the first phenotype ratio, that is 3:1, because here the dominant is able to express itself, whereas the recessive is not lost but it remains hidden, and it is expressed only in the F2 generation when it pairs with a similar member. So this is the law of dominance. The law of segregation. The law of segregation is the second law, and these two laws are based upon the experiments on monohybrid cross. So it states that factors or alleles of a pair for a particular trait segregate from each other during gamete formation. So what is happening over here at the time of the formation of the gametes, this is the allelic pair, these are the alleles, this is the allelic pair for tallness, this is the allelic pair for the dwarf character. So at the time of gamete formation, these will separate out. And in such a way that a gamete receives only one of the two factors. So here, one is obtained by a gamete. So a gamete is true for a trait because it is pure for a trait because it is only carrying a gene or a trait or an allele for the factor of tallness. Over here it is carrying the factor for dwarfness. So only one. In such a way that the gamete receives only one of the factors and the paired condition is obtained by the random fusion of the gametes during fertilization. So this condition is restored, the double condition is restored over there, and in this case it is a heterozygous condition because the members or the pair is having different alleles for a trait. So this is heterozygous and this is a homozygous. So law of segregation states that at the time of gamete formation, the members or the factors of an pair of allele will segregate from each other, and a gamete as a result will have only one allele for a particular trait, and that is why we call it call gamete as a pure for an trait. So here the two laws are explaining, and this was able to explain, this first law of dominance was able to explain the phenotype ratio, and here it was able to, the law of segregation was able to express the genotype. Because here when they are segregating from a heterozygous, they are segregating to form, one is having a tallness factor, the other gamete is having dwarfness factor, and when self, they will be restoring the condition back and will result into the ratio 1 homozygous tall, 2 heterozygous tall, and 1 homozygous recessive. So the genotype ratio of the monohybrid cross is very well explained by the law of segregation, whereas the law of dominance explains the phenotype ratio for the monohybrid cross. So these two laws were major for the monohybrid cross and led into the study of genetics in a better way.